Hey everyone, Liston Togia here, coming to you live from Hamilton, New Zealand. Wherever you are in the world and wherever you're tuning in from, look, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an opportunity, or a groundbreaking opportunity, called IBÜÜMERANG. So for the first time ever, I'm going to be doing a PowerPoint presentation. So bear with me, have fun with me, but most importantly, look, I want you to understand the reason and purpose you have received this presentation or this link is because that person that sent it to you obviously cares about you, respects you, and more than likely can see the positive benefit that this opportunity can have for you. So look, I understand that your time is valuable and so is mine. So I'm going to get kick-started straight into the presentation for you all so that we can see what we have involved. So just going to share my screen with you here really quickly. Okay, so here we go. IBÜÜMERANG. Okay, so IBÜÜMERANG is a company that's 14 months old today. Today is the 11th of May, so it's the day after Mother's Day in 2020. So IBÜÜMERANG, it's a 14-month-old company, very brand new. They've brought to the industry a very brand new concept as well that's never ever been seen within the industry itself. So IBÜÜMERANG was created by a guy named Halton Buggs. Now, he may not mean anything to you right now, but if you've been in the industry before, you'll know exactly who he is. Okay, he's been the number one in the industry for a long time, and he has a lot of respect within the industry itself. So IBÜÜMERANG has been created on the concept of, as the name says, a boomerang. Okay, we all know that if you throw a boomerang, it usually comes back around and comes back to us. So the company has been called IBÜÜMERANG because our philosophy, or the company's philosophy, is we give out goodwill, and goodwill should come back. Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to find out a little bit more about how this actually works within the slides itself, or within the presentation. So IBÜÜMERANG. So here's a quick disclaimer. Okay, now the disclaimer says that IBÜÜMERANG won't guarantee any results that you see within this presentation, and purely because, look, we can't guarantee exactly how much effort and time you're going to put into the business itself for you to create those results. Okay, it's just kind of like a gym membership. So if you go to the gym, you go and buy a gym membership, and if you never turn up to the gym, you're not going to get any results. You're not going to see any change unless it's, you either get negative results from not going to the gym. Okay, so that's pretty much what this disclaimer says. So you can read this or ask the person that invited you for the terms and conditions or disclaimer once you've finished the presentation. So it's time for network marketing to evolve. Now, what do I mean by this? This is something that's happened, only recently. And what they've done is, or what Halton Buggs has done, is he's brought a first-class consumer experience for customers to the industry. Okay, and also he's created success without selling for ambassadors, or created a simple system where ambassadors within the company can have success without selling a single product. Okay, now that's very, very new within the industry. And if you've been in the company before, you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, now, first-class consumer experience, what is that very quickly? I myself, I know what a first-class consumer experience is, and it's something like the use of your mobile phone. Okay, you've got apps everybody has apps on their phone. One app in particular, let's say Uber. Okay, Uber is a first-class consumer experience where they own no inventory. Okay, but you can tap your phone a couple of times, you can have an Uber turn up at your front door. Okay, another app is Amazon. Now, Amazon, you can tap your phone another couple of times and you can have a package turn up to your front door. That's a first-class consumer experience. It's getting a product or a service to the front door of your house, or to wherever you are, or to the customer in the most efficient time possible. Okay, so first-class consumer experience for customers. Now, we're taking network marketing from the taxi cab era, okay, where customers pay more and only strong recruiters win. So we're taking it from that era. Now, if you've been in the industry, like I said earlier, okay, you would have to, or normally you would have to go out and sell a product. Okay, it may be a jar of coffee, it may be a health product, it may be, it could be anything. But you have to go and sell that product at a premium to your friends and family, so that you can make a commission or make a return on that product. Okay, so usually you'd have to do that, and what happened is, you would be able to see these products down the road, let's say at Countdown or New World, for a lot cheaper. So this jar of coffee, let's say, for example, you're selling it to your friends and family for $10. But you could find that exact same jar of coffee down at Countdown or New World for $7. So it's $3 cheaper. So what people found in the old model, okay, was that the customer retention wasn't as good, because people would support you. Okay, you'd have close family and friends that would support you and buy your products at the start, but then when times do get tough, those customers end up dropping away, and they end up they tend on going to the Countdown or the New World to be able to buy those products at a cheaper cost, okay, at a cheaper price. So you would lose customers throughout that journey of the industry. Now, if you couldn't sell products, and I know a lot of people don't know how to sell products, and they would not like to sell products. The only way that you would succeed is by being a strong recruiter, going out there and finding other people to sell the products on your behalf because you couldn't do it. Okay, and you earn a little bit of a reward from the work that those people are doing. So that was the old model. Okay, that's the old model. We're taking it from that era, the taxi cab era. Okay, and we are taking it to the modern era, where where we make money only when customers save money. Now, I want to let that sink in for a little bit, because it's not something that you hear a lot. We make money only when customers save money, and to go one step further, on products and services that people are going to buy anyway. On products and services that people or customers are going to buy anyway. Okay, and we're using technology to help ambassadors succeed. Now, here's Holton Buggs. I spoke about Holton Buggs. He's the leader, he's the visionary and the CEO of IBÜÜMERANG. Okay, and very quickly there you can see in 1990 he started within the industry. Now, for 7 years he didn't make over $500 in a month, in a single month. But throughout that 7 years, he's seen all the ups and downs. And he realized that he needed to put something in place so that he could achieve at the highest level. And he developed a simple system and a formula to achieve rapid success. Okay, and in 2009, he had record-breaking earnings and sales in the last 10 years. And he also supported, which is this thing here I really like, he supported over 45 people to become millionaires, or to earn over $1 million. So to earn that or to create that record-breaking earnings and sales, he needed to help other people create success for themselves as well. And that's what I like about Holton Buggs. He's very caring, and he's very down to earth, but he likes to help others achieve in order for him to achieve his goals. Okay, and that's what the simple formula and system is in place. And in 2019, which is last year, he founded IBÜÜMERANG. Okay, and that's what we're talking about today. So before we go any further, look, this is the leadership team that we have here at IBÜÜMERANG. They may not mean anything to you, but what I will say is have a look at these names and go and do your own research on these guys. They're amazing. They are amazing. I've had the opportunity and the privilege to be able to spend a bit of time with these people over in Houston, Texas, about 3 months ago, when we launched one of our other products and service, or product or service, that I'm about to talk to you about very shortly. Now, one thing I like about this leadership team is, yes, Holton Buggs he's achieved a lot, but everything rises and falls on leadership. Okay, we have a great leader, but what does a leader need? He needs a great leadership team. And these guys are helping us, they're leading the way for us and helping us to succeed within this company. So how will we bring this vision to the world? Okay, taking it from the old model, the taxi cab era, to the modern era where we have, Uber, for example. So taxi cab to the Uber era. So it all starts with the PRIB. Okay, now the PRIB here is our perpetual residual income builder. Okay, perpetual residual income builder. Perpetual means, everlasting, around and around, constant overturning. Residual income, some people may not know what residual income is, but I know a lot of people here watching, if you are watching this presentation, I'm sure you have residual bills. Okay, they come in monthly, they come in weekly, they come in yearly. Every single time, pretty much on the spot. You can judge it when it comes in, the 30th of every month, the 15th of every month this bill comes in. So you have residual bills, but do you have residual income? Okay, that's what we're creating here with IBÜÜMERANG. So the PRIB here is our artificial intelligence. Okay, now for an artificial intelligence, for example, okay, if you're watching this, you may be watching this on your mobile phone. And if you're using your mobile phone, you may be using an Apple, or you may be using Samsung. Now, with those technologies or with those products, there's actually a technology that's combined or integrated into that product. For Apple, you guys would know who Siri is. Okay, Siri is an artificial intelligence that Apple uses to recognize customer behavior, to help the customer provide or to provide the customer with a first-class consumer experience. You can ask Siri to do things for you that you don't even have to pick up your phone. You can get Siri to start playing music. You can get Siri to look up flight details of something. Okay, that's the artificial intelligence that they have. The Prib is our artificial intelligence here at IBÜÜMERANG, and this has never ever been done in network marketing before within the industry, is bringing an artificial intelligence in to help customers and ambassadors succeed. Okay, and what is the Prib? It's data analytics, artificial intelligence, and world-class people power. Now, for your customers, okay, it helps sell to your customers. You don't have to do the selling. It helps follow-ups. Okay, you never have to follow up with a customer ever again. Once you go and get your customer, and I will say this, we give this technology away for free. So your free customers, you never have to follow up with them ever again. And I'll explain that very shortly in a couple of slides. Now, when your customer uses a product or a service that IBÜÜMERANG has, okay, the Prib is going to upsell them. You don't have to call them up and say, hey, look, would you like to actually try this one because it's, it has a lot more features and benefits. You don't have to do that. The Prib will do that for you. Okay, now for your team, it helps with welcoming and orientating your team members, helps getting them up to scratch with trainings and upgrades and things like that, but it also helps with retention. Now throughout the industry, okay, the industry stayed the same for many, many decades. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed with the times. Okay, so a lot of people within the industry in the old model, when they weren't succeeding, then they would drop off, and you would have to call up these people and say, hey, look, well, let's try give it another go. Give it again another go. You don't have to do that. The Prib will do that for you. The company will do that for you. Okay, so the Prib does for people what they have struggled to do for themselves in direct sales. Now the Prib, so the Prib here, we've got this on the right hand side of your screen. Okay, now the Prib, what we've done is we've got a technology, or our first product and service is the iGo. Okay, it's the iGo platform. It's the front door to the Prib. And already this slide here, if you are watching this right now, this slide here is only a month and a half outdated. Okay, we got this presentation given to us a month and a half ago, and it says 500,000 customers there in the last 12 months. Well, in the last month and a half to 2 months, we've brought on another 300,000 customers who are using and customers, free customers of this iGo platform. Okay, now what we've done is we've put iGo, the iGo platform, and we've put all those customers into the Prib. Now, for an example of the Prib may be getting a little bit confusing for you right now, but I want to explain the Prib really quickly and give you an example of how you can an analogy of what it could be like. Now, think of the Prib as Amazon. Okay, everybody knows what Amazon is. Amazon is it started off as a book, okay, a bookstore, an online bookstore. Okay, 10 to 15 years ago, it was just purely an online bookstore, and now you can go onto Amazon and you can buy virtually nearly anything. Okay, it started with books. It brought on customers through books, like we've done here with the iGo platform. Okay, iGo is not about books, but I'll explain what iGo is very shortly. But Amazon started with books. They had customers come on and they wanted to buy books. Let's say they had 100,000 customers. What they did is they put those 100,000 customers into their technology or their artificial intelligence, and then they started releasing other products and services. Okay, these other products and services were then given to these or put in front of, using the technology that they have available, in front of these customers. Jeff Bezos, the owner and founder of Amazon, he didn't pick up the phone and call each 100,000 customer and say, hey, look, we've now got a new product, or we've got a new technology or a new service available to you. He didn't call them up one by one. Their technology did that for them. But it all started with books. So our Prib is like the Amazon, okay? And iGo is our bookstore, okay, for example. So those customers are now in the Prib. Now, iGo platform is our travel savings platform. Okay, travel is an $8 trillion industry. Now, I'm not too sure if many of you know this, but there's actually only 2 companies that monopolize the entire industry. Now, you may have seen Booking.com, you may have seen Trivago, you may have seen or used Priceline or Travelocity. Did you know that these companies or these avenues that you see on the public websites, they're owned by these 2 companies? I certainly didn't. I didn't. And I've only found that out as I've joined this company or started with this company. Okay, and what I used to do is, it's quite funny, is that what I used to do is I used to bring up these websites, Booking.com, Travelocity, okay, Trivago, Expedia. I used to bring these platforms up on my laptop, and I used to price search. Okay, I used to compare all the prices and think, cool, Booking.com's got it cheaper over here, I'll go with them. But the entire time I was paying the same 2 companies. Okay, I thought I was getting a deal. I thought I was beating the system by going and putting all these tabs up, but I wasn't. I was paying the same 2 companies. And I'm sure that you've been doing the same as well. Okay, we've got nothing against these companies because they have a very good structure and thing going on. But what if we could give you a piece of the pie? What if we could give you a piece of the pie? Okay, and in 2018, these 2 companies had a revenue of $190 billion in 2018. Okay, and how they do this is they've got a price parity markup. Okay, so they fluctuate the prices between themselves so that they could get the best price for you and encourage customer spend. Okay, now what we've done is we've teamed up with a travel agency, a 19-year-old travel agency that's a very award-winning travel agency. And what we do is we give people, behind the curtain prices, or members behind the curtain prices, and we pass the savings on to you. Okay, now here's a quick example of what we have to offer. So New York City, and 4.5-star hotel. Okay, on Expedia we found it at $339 per night. This is on the public platform. Okay, platforms that you, myself, others used to use. Okay, so on our iGo platform, that same hotel on the same day and the same time, in the same month, same year. Okay, that same hotel was $178 on our iGo booking platform. Okay, that's a savings of $161 from the public price. Now in Paris, France, on a 4-star hotel on Travelocity, we found a hotel, same hotel room, same hotel, same night, same day, $440 per night. On our iGo booking platform, we have it for $130. That's a total savings of $310. That's crazy. I'm sure you know exactly what you would do with an extra $310 if you were in Paris, France. Okay, I know exactly what I'll be doing with that $310. I'll be very, very happy. But the thing is, I want you to realize is, these are per night. These costs are per night. If you were to go to Paris, France, would you go for one night? Maybe if you're on business, it's just a one-night trip. But if you're going on holiday, you're going to be going for 3, 4, maybe a whole week. If you're going for 5 days, that's $1,500 saved whilst you're in Paris, France. That's by using our iGo booking platform. Okay, now, New York City here, not only do we do hotels, we also have rental cars. So on rentalcars.com, there's $392 there on the public price. And on our iGo platform, we found it at $221. That's $171 savings. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy. Okay, now I like to use this little analogy here. New York City, on the rental cars, you saved yourself $171. This is in New York. Okay, you saved yourself $171. If you look here on the left-hand side, you could have stayed an extra night in New York City in a 4.5-star hotel for the savings that you had on your rental car. Okay, so it's crazy what we can do with our iGo booking platform, and we're only 14 months old. When we have more and more people coming on and customers coming on board for free to use our service, I can assure you that the deals and the discounts are only going to get better for our customers. Okay, we're only 14 months old so far. So, your 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. This is all the core services that we have, and also additional lifestyle activities. So you can have a look at these very quickly, or you can press pause and have a look at them. But what I do like about this is our price guarantee. Okay, we have 110% of the difference price guarantee. What this means is if you're within terms and conditions and you find a hotel on the public websites or public avenues from a direct competitor of ours at a cheaper price, you still book on the IGO platform and we'll refund you 110% back of the difference. Why do we do this? We do this because we know we have some of the most competitive rates out there when it comes to travel and within the travel industry. And why? Because we have partnered with a 19-year-old award-winning travel agency that has been smashing records all over the world as well. So we are able to pass these savings on to you. So you may see this little car on the right-hand side here. It may give you a fair idea of what our second service is, but we'll get to that when we get there. So how does it work? Ambassador platform. For an ambassador like myself, okay, I'm part of the business, I'm an ambassador for the business, I can see up to 70% savings on the platform. Okay, on the IGO platform, I can see up to 70%. For a customer, they see half of what I see. Okay, because they're not an ambassador, they're a free customer, they can see half of what I can see. So they can see up to 35%. Okay, so for an ambassador like myself, let's say I looked at this on here on the left-hand side in Cancun, this all-inclusive resort. Okay, on the public price, it's $1,046. Okay, in total for myself as an ambassador, in total we would pay $621. So that's a total savings of $424. That's incredible for a week stay. Okay, that's a whole week stay, all-inclusive resort in Cancun. $424 savings. Now, what's even better, okay, is what the customer sees. And I say better because these customers are free that we bring on board, but we are out there throwing out that goodwill. What I spoke about, the name at the start, Boomerang. We're giving out goodwill. We give this platform to the customer for free, and then we also give them savings. Okay, so in here, you'll see in Cancun, it's the same public price, $1,046, but our customer sees it at $834. Okay, it's not as good as the ambassador platform, but it's still a savings. And how much of a savings? $212 in savings for that customer. For the free customer, they see $212 savings. Now, how does this work as a business model? Okay, I hear you ask, how does this work as a business model, and what is it? What's in it for you? Okay, now if you're an ambassador like myself, you can go out and you give this website away or this technology away for free. You go out there and you ask somebody, hey, look, are you looking at traveling soon? Yes. Awesome. Would you like to save up to 35%? If there was a way that you could save up to 35%, would you be interested? Yes. Okay. And I'll show you exactly how you finish off that conversation a little bit later. But you give them this travel booking engine. Okay, this technology. The customer goes and sees this stay in Cancun, and they save themselves $212. They have an awesome time on holiday, but they've saved $212. What is in it for you? You get paid 50% of the travel savings bonus. Okay, of the travel savings, you get 50%. So you would get $106 travel savings bonus, and this is paid back in cash. Okay, we're the first ever travel company, travel platform. Okay, because we're not a travel company, we're a technology company that has travel as its first service. Okay, we're the first ever travel platform that allows people to receive the travel savings bonuses back in cash. Okay, and 35% is converted into commissionable volume. That goes into leadership development bonuses and things like that, which you'll explain, which you'll find out more a little bit later. Okay, so you go, it's a 3-step process. You give the platform away, your customer goes away on holiday and saves, you get paid. Okay, you give, they save, you get paid. That's as simple as it is. Okay, so customer acquisition model. Here's a quick model about what it is. So I'm sure if you're watching this, you could automatically think off your head 5 to 10 people that you know who travel. Okay, so if you go out there and you give 10 of these free technology or free websites away to your friends and family, on an average savings of $600, that's a total savings of $6,000. Now, what's in it for you? Like I said before, you get paid 50% of the total savings. So you would get paid $3,000 as a travel savings bonus. Now, this isn't a lot of money for some people, okay, but for some people it is. But what can this $3,000 do for you? What would you have to do in your conventional job to get a $3,000 pay rise? Okay, I'm sure you'd have to do a lot for a $3,000 pay rise. You've gone out and given this free technology away to your friends and family that you know travel anyway, and they save themselves money and you get paid. Now let's push the boat a little bit further on a customer acquisition model of 100 customers. You've gone out and you've found yourself 100 customers. Okay, this may take you 2 months, this may take you a year. I know some people in the team that can find 100 that have found 100 customers within the first 3 months. Okay, now if you had a customer basis or an acquisition model of 100 customers on that same annual savings, that's a total savings of $60,000. Okay, that's $60,000. What happens? You get paid 50% of the travel savings bonus because you're an ambassador. You gave the technology away for free. Your customer saved. You get paid. You get paid $30,000 as a residual income. You didn't tell these people to go and book because they were going to buy the product anyway. Okay, $30,000 can do a lot for some people. I definitely know it can do a lot for me. Now, I myself, at the moment, I have over 300 customers. Okay, so that's the potential that it has for you if you have yourself 100 customers. What happens when you're 10 customers from the start, they go away and they save in the first year and they travel using your IGO booking platform and they have an awesome experience. They have an amazing experience. What do you think they're going to want to do? Do you think they'd want to tell their friends and family about it as well? Do you think those people know 10 people that travel as well? I'm sure you do. I'm sure they would. I'm sure that they know 10 people as well. So what do you think they're going to want to do? Refer their friends. What happens when those 10 people or customers of yours refer their friends along? They become your customers as well. Now you can see how the generation works, or the generational volume works, when people start referring and people have an amazing experience with the IGO booking platform. Your customer base starts building on its own. This is that crib that I was talking about earlier. The technology is going to do that for you. It's going to upsell. It's going to give you retention. It's going to help you build your customer volume as well. Okay. So if you wanted to build your team, now up till now, I've spoken nothing about selling anything. Okay. But if you've been in the industry and you are an avid builder and you want to build yourself a team, and building a team, I like to see it as this. If you build yourself a team, you're now leveraging your time. Okay. You can't be in 500 places at once. But if you have a team that are all out and about as well and doing the same thing as you, you can leverage your time. Okay, so if you had a team of 50 and they each had 10 customers each, that's an extra 500 customers within your organization. From those 500 customers on that same annual savings, you'd be earning roughly around $1,700 a month as a residual income from what your team's customers have saved. Okay, it's an extra $1,700 a month for yourself. So if you do want to build yourself a team, you don't have to, but if you do, this is another avenue for you to start to build another source of income within the company. And there's 7 ways we get paid within this industry or within this company of IBÜÜMERANG. Okay, that's only the first 2. So one of the fastest growing segments of travel is the rideshare industry. Okay, and the timing is right. And why is it right? Because right now there's 98 million rideshare passengers. The industry itself, the rideshare industry, is $24.4 billion industry. In total of the transportation size, it's $1.2 trillion as well. Okay, now how are we going to change the world with rideshare as we see it? Now, most of you that are watching this, you probably have the Uber app. Okay, and you've probably used Uber before. Now, if you have used Uber, I could probably say if you've used it, you've also referred it along and told people when it first came out to download the app and use it because it may be better than taxis, or it's changing the industry as you know it. Okay, from taxi cab era to Uber era. Now, we've got nothing against Uber. We love Uber. The reason why is they pay, they set us a nice path to walk down and see where it went wrong and how we can do it better. Now, I spoke about you referring friends to the Uber app. Okay, you referred friends to Uber. How many times did you get paid from Uber for referring your friend? Maybe once when you first did it. Maybe they gave you a $5 discount on your first ride. They haven't paid you. That's why we call Vibe Rides the next gen of rideshare. Okay, and we call it rideshare to the power of 3. Okay, you can earn when you drive. If you want to drive for Vibe Rides, you can do that. If you're already driving for Uber, you can be a driver with Vibe Rides as well. You can earn when others drive. So if you know other drivers, you can bring them on board and they can actually drive as well. You can earn you can earn a small commission from when they drive also. But from those customers we spoke about earlier, if you had a customer base of 100 customers and they all used Vibe Rides, you would get paid every single time your free customer ride with Vibe Rides. Every time your customer rides with Vibe Rides, you will get paid a percentage of that fare. Okay, now $100 fare breakdown. I won't go too much into this. This is off a $100 fare breakdown, and this may not be this is just a rounded number. Okay, you may not see many $100 fare breakdowns, but for the driver gets paid up to 75% after the first 50 rides. Okay, but what happens is the driver referrer, okay, will get a percentage, gets 3% of that fare. Now, if you had that customer in that car, if that's your customer in the car and you referred that customer to Vibe Rides, you would earn 3% as well. And another 3% would go into the rideshare pools on either side. Okay, so that's the rideshare breakdown. Now, I spoke to you earlier about the iGo. iGo has been put into the PRIB. What has happened now? We spoke about Amazon. Amazon started with the bookstore, and now they started releasing other products and services around those customers. That's what we've done with the PRIB. We started with travel, and now those customers that are within the PRIB, they now have access to Vibe Rides. Okay, they now have access to Vibe Rides. So, what are we going to do in future? The potential is endless. Okay, we could be releasing 3, 4, another few products within the next, 3 to 4 years. I know that we have other products that are sitting there waiting to be released. But what's happened is we started with travel and put them into the PRIB. And now the PRIB does the work for us. Okay, it's amazing. So this is how you get your customers. So for IBÜÜMERANG, if you get your customers, you can say, hey, look, would you like to save on the next travel? We now have smart codes. You tell a friend or a family member about it, they scan the smart code with their phone, they're now a free customer of yours, whether it's iGo or whether it's Vibe Rides or any of the other products and services that we will have coming out. Now, what I do really like about this slide, it also explains that every single time a free customer activates a code, okay, a person in poverty or a child in poverty gets a proper serving of nutrition. And so far in 2019, we did $4.4 million of 4.4 million proper servings of nutrition through the Boom Foundation, which is amazing. Okay, now here's the Fast Start Accelerator bonus. This is if you want to make cash real quick right now, okay, by introducing this opportunity or sharing this opportunity with other people. The dual team bonus. Now, this is key. If you are watching this now, the person that sent you this may have these 2 positions available. Okay, you build yourself a left team and a right team, and these first 2 positions are key to take advantage of the rest of the business. Okay, or what happens in the future. So if you are watching this, then I want you to ask the person that invited you to this presentation, ask them if those 2 spots are available. Is the left side available? Is the right side available? And if they are, you're lucky. You're very lucky because you're going to be able to capitalize on a lot of volume that's coming through the business weekly, monthly, and yearly. Okay, so do you boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. I definitely boomerang, and I hope a lot of you will boomerang as well. So to get started at standby, okay, it's $49.95. You get all of those, the customer boomerang site, 5 boomerangs to send away to your friends and family. You also get use of the either side interactive presentation. Now, if you don't like doing what I do on this presentation or presenting in front of people, you don't have to. We have a technology that's available to you that you can just ask that person if they're interested in an opportunity, if they're open-minded to an opportunity, and you can send them through email this either side presentation that does the presentation a lot better than I have today. Okay, you also get your own online ambassador online management system as well to run your business from your phone, from your laptop, which we're doing the presentation on today, or from an iPad of some sort. Now, once you are on standby, okay, you then need to get active within the business, which is coach, business, or first class. So the purpose of of standby is you book your spot. Now, I spoke about those 2 positions earlier. Okay, by getting on standby, you secure your spot within the team. Okay, and then you actually need to get into a class so that you can have all the features and benefits available to you. Okay, so coach class gives you hotels, flights, and rental cars. Also 10 boomerangs to give away to your friends and family. Okay, you start with the you get 50% of the travel savings bonus, and also you get 10% on the dual team. So I spoke about that team earlier. When you build yourself a team, you get paid 10% of the volume of whatever's come through each week. Okay, and that's $250 US. Now for business class, you get coach class plus the cruises. You start with 25 boomerangs, okay, and you get 100% of the travel savings bonuses. If you've built yourself a team, okay, if you go down building the team and having customers, you get 12% on the volume that happens throughout the week, and that starts. That's a one-off payment of $500 US. Okay, first class package, okay, business class plus all the homes, weeks, marketplace, lifestyle, and timeshares, and you start with 50 boomerangs. You start with 50 boomerangs. Now I spoke about it earlier about the 100 customers equaling out on that average savings of around $30,000 in income for yourself. So the company here has pretty much given you $15,000 to go and start giving out to your friends and family. Okay, 50 boomerangs. Now that's 100% of the travel savings bonuses, and you also get 15% on the team, which is crazy. Okay, 15% for your team volume. So you get paid that every week. Okay, now that's $1,000 US. But for the month of May, if you're watching this outside of May, you may have missed out, okay? But for the month of May, that's $799. Okay, that's a one-off payment. If it's outside the month of May, then it'll probably more than likely be $1,000. I don't think this promotion will come around ever again. So if you're watching this in the month of May, you have a prime opportunity to get this first class package at a discounted price. Okay, I want you to ask the person that invited you about the 60-day upgrade period as well. Okay, so ask that person that invited you about the 60-day upgrade period, because we want you to get to first class as soon as possible. Now for every month, okay, it's a $99.95 subscription fee. Now if you have a conventional business, you will see that having $100 overhead is very, very cheap. Okay, some conventional businesses, we have many team members within the team that have conventional businesses, and their outgoings or their overheads are $20,000 plus a month. Okay, so for $99.95, you get to have a multi-million-dollar platform or multi-million-dollar business for $99.95. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so to get started, I want you to do one of two things, or one of three things. Okay, I want you to go back to the person that invited you, ask them, or ask them about those two positions that are available and see if they're open. Okay, I also want you to thank them, and then I want you to let them know what number you are. Okay, you're either a 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 is you don't want anything to do with the business, you don't want to make any money, but you would love to take an opportunity to save money with the platform that we have, and also capitalize on being first customers to all the other products and services that we have available. So if you're a number 1 and you want to save money and take advantage of all the products and services that come on board, let them know you're a number 1. Okay, and as you can see, we love customers. We love customers. Okay, so if you're a number 2, you like the concept, you love you can see how it all works, and you're quite interested, but you may have a few questions. Okay, let them know that you're a number 2, that you want to get started at either coach class or business class, but you just have a few questions that need to be ironed out first. Okay, now if you're a number 3, you want to get started straight away. Okay, you may have a question or two, but you're ready to get started. You're ready to go. You could be ready to go at first class, but you would like to get started straight away on coach or business class or first class, okay, with no questions asked. You're ready to go. You're a straight shooter, and you're the type of people that we are looking for, because the reason why, we're not mucking around. Okay, guys, we're not mucking around. We're going full steam ahead. We have just been named the fastest growing company in the world within the industry of direct sales, okay, and we're only 14 months old. Most companies don't hit their straps till at least year 3 or 5. We've done it in the first year. So we're moving very, very quickly. I hope you guys can move with us, okay? But I look forward to, working alongside some of you in the very near future. And if we don't, then I'll be seeing you on some of the most beautiful beaches around the world. Cheers, and thank you very much for watching. Get back to that person and let them know what number you are. and we'll be speaking very, very soon. Thank you very much, team. Have a good one.